Good morning, guys. Welcome to this episode of the Sneaker Principle Podcast. I think this is day 40. Day 40? Episode 40. But actually, no, this is episode 40 because I started this challenge 13 days before the new year. But today is the 24th, so this is my 24th day in the year of posting content. For those of you who don't know, I'm challenging myself to post a piece of content and part of this podcast every day from the 1st of January all the way through to the 30th of June, commemorating my 20th year here in New York City as an educator. And also further exploring and enhancing my skill sets and my understanding on social media and how this is a crucial tool, not just for the general masses, but for education as well. As a school principal, I am pushing my community to learn, understand, create content, and be part of this new digital economy that is fastly evolving, especially when we look at AI and all these other tools that are coming up that are changing the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we communicate, and honestly, the way we put money in our pockets. So this is what I'm doing. And this brief episode this morning, because I have to run out to get to work, I am reflecting on the importance of fostering the growth of leadership amongst your team members. Again, the things that I speak about is not just exacting to education and educators. I believe this can affect everyone, regardless of what your profession is, regardless of what your institution, your organization does. But I speak specifically to educators. So, as a school leader, as a principal, I've made it a very important focus of mine in my career to foster growth in others. We can't speak about the change that needs to happen in anything, in any profession, in any space, in any situation, building, school, community, if we're not willing to not just put the work in to exact that change, but also to develop leaders. That's one of the things that I learned from the military is that we can't just speak about winning if winning doesn't include building winners, if that makes any sense. I'm proud to say in my career, there are assistant principals and principals that I know I had a direct influence in their development, in their growth. And we worked together, we created together, they learned from me, I learned from them. And now they are doing an extension of the work we did together in their own spaces. And I think that's very important because as a leader, if you just go in there and make it all about you and what your vision is and what you want to get out of it and was in alignment with your goals, then guess what? You're not doing this work the way the work was meant to be done. The work was meant to be done in a way where you're fostering long-lasting growth, long-lasting culture, long-lasting success for that community, for that child, for those teachers. And you have to be willing to understand part of your job is to facilitate the growth of your replacement. I believe that for communities to really grow and expand, that we have to constantly find ways to make sure we find those people in those spaces who can develop to now step up and take over when the time comes. I tell people all the time, actually, people ask me this question all the time: how long are you going to be here for? How long are you going to be here for? What if you're not here? What if you decide to go somewhere else? And my question is always, what if I cease to exist? Does the school cease to exist? If I cease to exist, does the culture all of a sudden just fall apart? Or is it that we create spaces and develop people so long after we're gone, so that long after, the memory of who we were in this space has completely dissipated, that the institution itself is still there and still strong. You ask most people who founded Cambridge or Harvard. I'm sure it's somebody's last name who's Cambridge or Harvard, but no one knows really what they look like for the most part. They just know Harvard. There's no Cambridge. They just know, these institutions. But it was someone's idea that grounded the seed that developed it to what it is today. But the work was really about how do you create this continuation of leadership, and often is by growing, those replacements, those people who got to step in, right from the institution itself. So, call to action: how many people on your staff are you honestly pouring into, that you have a plan for? You're encouraging them to step into leadership. You're saying you should apply for this program to get your certification, because even if you're not going to be a assistant principal or a principal here, you could do it somewhere else. So I'm going to help you get to that point. How many of you leaders are doing that? How many of you aspiring leaders have that being done for you? Share in the comments. Let me know. And for now, have an amazing day. Until next time, be well.